What's up, guys? Zane Richard Simpson here. I usually don't do a YouTube video while I'm driving, but I'm on the way to the gym, so I figured this would be the perfect time. Plus, I got a lot on my mind. So, I mean, there's a lot of people asking questions out there constantly, and just to answer some of the questions people are always asking, you know. As far as, you know, what I got going on right now, you know, I got a couple movies in the works. I got a movie called Nelly I'm doing with Stephanie Greger and 111 Productions. Next month, I'll be filming in Ohio at the Mansfield Prison, so check that out. It'll be pretty awesome. I also have a couple tours coming up with my artists, Capone Chewop and Kale Q. So I'm looking very forward to that. Very excited. My 30th birthday is in a few days, so that's, you know, exciting. Excuse me. Anyway, you know, I've made some New Year's resolutions, as you know, I've said on our No Boundaries podcast, as well as the ZRS Productions radio podcast, and I guess I decided to kind of take it to another level. You know, I've been in the industry where I've been around, you know, alcohol and clubs and partying and all that for quite some time, and you know, I've always been into working out and stuff like that, but never to the extent that I'm taking it to right now. And so I decided that I'll take it to a new level, and I'm going to quit drinking and partying for the next 4 months, and until we head to Vegas on June 5th. We're heading to Vegas for my buddy Ricky's 30th birthday, and you know, we'll be there hanging out with DJ Shift. We got some other stuff going on while we're out there, but the main thing is, you know, I realized it's something I really want to do is push my body to new limits and see what I can do, and you know, take a mental state and you know, push myself. So I'm going to take myself from where I'm at now at 212 pounds, and I'll probably end up being about 220, 225 when I'm done, but I'm going to lower my body fat percentage from where it's at now, about 15%, down to about 6%. So yeah, I'm pretty much going for bodybuilding. I have a bodybuilding regimen. I have a trainer now. His name is Billy Lee, one of my good friends for a long time. He used to be a bodybuilder, and now he's just training. So I appreciate him taking the time to train me and push my body to limits. It's good to have a trainer because mainly, you know, you're not going to push yourself to the limits that someone else can push you. You'll push yourself, but when there's someone else there to push you, you're going to push yourself a lot harder, you know what I mean? And when there's a goal to be met, you're definitely going to try to accomplish that goal. People don't realize that you can do anything you want if you want it bad enough. And I say that all the time, and I mean it in every way, shape, and form. It doesn't just have to do with music or working out or whatever, you know. I realized after doing some stuff with the Arnold Classic this weekend that you know, I worked for a company called Generation Iron. They hired ZRS Productions to do a lot of the production stuff. And, you know, I never had seen that movie or anything, but regardless, I thought about, you know, just that company name alone, Generation Iron. And it's funny because this really is Generation Iron. This generation, especially a lot of the millennials, like this day and age, people are more about working out and into fitness than people have ever been before. And I don't know if it's because, you know, now more people are starting to come out into media, into the limelight, and, you know, stuff like that, so they want to look good and feel better and stuff like that. But I definitely feel like this is Generation Iron. There are way more people in this generation that care about how they, you know, feel and how they look, so people are trying a little harder. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there who don't as well, and I mean, to each his own. You know, I'm not going to hate on you if that's something that you're not into, but, you know, it's something that I am, and I definitely think it's a good part of, a good thing to be a part of, you know. You work out, you eat healthy, you cut certain things out of your diet, you do feel a lot better. I mean, wow, just after 5 days, I can tell you, after 5 days, I feel significantly better than I have, you know, in the last few months of, you know, all the club stuff, partying or whatever. But yeah, Generation Iron, it's a true thing. I'll speak more about stuff on my podcast tonight, but you know, eating clean and cutting alcohol out and stuff like that, it definitely I said, definitely changes the way your body feels, and I think over time, and your body adapts to it, you'll start getting a little more used to it. You'll start liking it a lot more. But anyway, with that being said, touch on another subject real quick. So, people always talking about relationships, and always ask me why I'm not in a relationship. And, well, at one point in time, it was a different answer than it is now. And the answer before, I guess, was because I just didn't want to be. I kind of still don't want to be, but before, I strictly just didn't want to be in a relationship, I'm young, kind of, and I have a kid and all the stuff I have going on. I just don't. I kind of just want to do whatever I want to do and not have to worry about answering to someone. I was married once, didn't work out. Partially my fault, partially hers. It is what it is, Stuff happens. When you're young, you don't think the same way, and I feel like you don't really care about stuff, you know what I mean? As you get older, you learn, and you realize, like, the way that you may be when you're younger, or the way you treat people, or certain things you grow out of, and it's just not a way to be as a person, or in a relationship. So, I've definitely grown out of that, but I've noticed that as I've gotten older, I've become the person on the other side of the spectrum, where I get into a relationship or I talk to somebody and I end up being the one who gets screwed over, which, it is what it is. I'm not mad about it. Things happen. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be, But, I hate when people get hurt or upset about you not wanting to pursue something with them, because the thing about it is sometimes you just don't have things in common with people, and you just see that it's just not going to work out successfully. When I talk to somebody, I look at all aspects, not just how they look. Yeah, obviously that's one thing that you look at immediately, is how somebody looks, is because, you're not attracted to them, then all the other things aren't really going to matter, because you don't even have an physical attraction to them. But if you do have a physical attraction to somebody, the next thing that you're going to think of is, if something did happen with this person, would you be able to be around them? Would you be able to have a relationship with them? And so many things come into play, and that's what people don't realize, the way that they treat you, the way they treat, your friends, your family, the way that your family looks at them, the way your friends look at them, if you have a kid, all the things that you have to bring into it. What's their lifestyle? Do all they do is party? All they do is fitness? What do they do? Do you have anything in common? Because if you don't have any kind of common ground, how is it going to work out, So I've realized this, and I was recently talking to someone, and it ended up working out, and it is what it is. But it's just like, I don't understand the whole point of wasting someone's time, especially when you start getting older. When you're getting into your late 20s and early 30s, it's different than when you're 16 years old, and it's like, I guess that's my point of why people get hurt. It's people don't realize, like, sometimes things just, you might go out and have a great night together, but you realize that in the overall aspect of, how a person acts or how a person is, that there's no way that you can actually have a successful long-term relationship. So you pretty much end it there. It's like, okay, well, we had a great time, and why can't that just be it? A great time that we had, and realize that there's no way that we're going to have anything more. It's not a bad thing. It's just, it's not going to work. So instead of making a big deal about it, just move on with your life, both people. You can still be friends, whatever, it's I just don't understand that. But it is what it is. Anyway, just wanted to get that off my chest, because I feel like it's been something I've been talking about with people lately. Anyway, like I said, you gotta find common ground with somebody, and right now I realize, like, the main thing in my life is my company and my kid. I focus every day on what I can do to better my life, to make my company more successful, and to make sure my kid's taken care of, my bills are paid, and if I have fun, I'd rather go have fun with my friends than have to worry about somebody else's feelings, to be honest with you. It's just too much, and I guess I've been through too much, but, like, it could be selfish, I guess. But I guess if it's selfish, it's selfish, But my main thing is my kid right now, and I think that that's the main thing I want to focus on. Anyway, the whole point of this video is just kind of to talk about some things. I'll have another YouTube video coming out soon, maybe the next couple of days. I know me and my trainer are going to start doing some stuff on YouTube as we're working out, so that'll be cool to kind of show you guys what I'm doing. If anybody has any questions, post in the comments below, subscribe, check it out. I'll be posting some little snippets here on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, so you guys can check it out, and hopefully more people subscribe. Yeah, if you have any questions, like I said, let me know, inbox, DM, whatever. I'll try to answer people as best I can. Check us out, zrsproductions.com, ZRS Productions Radio on SoundCloud and iTunes coming soon. And check out our Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, personal page, Zane Richard Simpson, all social media platforms. And stay tuned for another video. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love.